Real life three stars. We're back with another one, man. We got them back right
It is,
where we
man.
want them. Big Zeno, Benzino, what's good? Blessings. Um, we have to say it,
Everything
man. We
good,
got
Joker. How you, man?
man. We blessed over here, man, for real, man. And first and foremost, we got to say it, man. It's an honor. It's a blessing. It's a few individuals that's really engraved in this thing that we call hip hop in this American society, in
Appreciate
this world society. And you are a big, one of the biggest names that has solidified
I appreciate
what this
that a
thing
lot.
called hip
That
hop
means a
is.
lot.
And,
Yeah,
and
it
as we
means a lot coming from you.
Definitely, thank you. And as we have this conversation, we're going to jump around. But even with me saying that, I want to kind of even first address the situation that just happened with you, and I forgot what platform that was, but I guess they questioned how did you fumble the source, and I don't even understand why he didn't get what you were coming from, as far as for him to be able to say that. But I want you to be able to speak on that further, just for someone who hasn't done what you've done to question how you did it and how you lose something or whatever it is.
Um, I appreciate all that. But the first thing about it is like, there's a couple of things that stick out. I think as I watched it later on, he definitely could have worded it better. He made it personal and more or less like about him. Like I made him mad and him, and I know we're in the world of podcasts, and a lot of these motherfuckers can't touch y'all because of the way y'all's respectful way that y'all do your interviews, and the way you give flowers, and the way you give guys that just do when it's deserved. The way, like, it's your questions that make people comfortable without feeling like you're being attacked. um I had already done of because they're from Boston, you know what I'm saying? They had a couple of dollars. I went up there, did they podcast. I figured, you know what I'm saying, let me do more podcasts, and it was white. So I'm like, look, I want to try to like show, I want to show that I'm diverse, man. I'm not closed-minded like a lot of people think when it comes to this race thing. So I gave him a chance. The first time I went up there, it was all about hip hop, and it was kind of cool. So they wanted it again. But I noticed that it seems like this time it seems like his guys was telling him, man, you really didn't grill him, or you really didn't. It seems like somebody was in his ear. So this time around, he wants to be more controversial. And I understand a lot of it's for clicks and comments. But I kind of had let him know, and how I let him know is I was very cognizant. I was very aware of how I was letting him know. I could have took it further, but you have to let them know. First of all, you ain't paid no dues. You put in no work. All right. I don't give a fuck how long your podcast you had it up, how many hip hop pictures you got, how many beads are hanging around your chest. You put in no work. So you have no right to ask me that question. You would have no right to ask a question like that to anybody who's had years in this game, who's had over 20, 30 years in this game. The best thing for you to do is be a student. And if you have access to these type of people like myself, is to learn and ask the proper questions, so it'll benefit your knowledge to help your podcast. And a lot of these motherfuckers just want the low hanging fruit, the controversy, and they don't even know that might be good for a short term situation, but for a bigger, that only gets you right here. For a bigger picture, there's a way bigger demographic of people who just ain't interested in that bullshit that you could reach, but people continue just to want to stay. And that's fine, because I can get low too. When they say, well, you get low, you get high, you get low. No, you get low, I'm gonna get low. I'm gonna get lower, because I'm not out here bullying anybody. I'm not out here disrespecting anybody. I'm not out here gossiping about anybody. All I'm doing is just me. And a lot of instances, I don't know what people think. I don't know I can't imagine what they think, because I know how I grew up, where I grew up. I know I'm just not going for it. I know I'm not going to be harmed. I know I'm just not going to be disrespected in person. Like, you're going to have to like finish the job with me. And that's not talking tough, because I want to live, man. Like, I'll be 60. I want to live out here. I don't want to have problems with nobody. I really don't have problems with nobody. A lot of it is internet shit. People drawing inferences on the internet. The type of shits I be getting. Oh, I'll beat your ass. I'll fuck you up. I'll break your jaw. I'll do. Man, man. I just be like, I'm saying to myself, I I look back to all the shit I've been through growing up in Boston, and and all the shit that I've been through, right? And all the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, wars, blood, destruction, death. And I'm saying to myself, do these I know this trolling, but do a motherfucker know that if you come at my old ass age is 60 years old and you put your hands on me, I don't give a fuck how old you are, from 16 to 96, I'm gonna try to kill you because I got a 9-year-old and I love him to death, and my girl, I love her to death, and I got kids I got a few people still out here that I love to death. I'm gonna miss them, but I refuse to let anybody bully me or harm me for some shit that I ain't, for them just making up an inference. Like, I gotta go all the way. So if a nigga's gonna do something to me, he better finish the job.
Y- You know, it seems like where that went was the same way when someone would interview MC Hammer and ask how did he blow through 30 mil, like not knowing the like everything that he did to get that 30 mil without putting respect on it to even say, yeah, I blew 30 mil. But it seems like they just want
Not
that
just
to
that.
be a cliff
You
note.
see how many people Hammer had around him? Like, people don't realize, right? And it's the same thing with me. When, as a black man with money ain't gonna never be like a white man with money. It's just never gonna be like that. You gotta understand the difference. When white people don't grow up on top of each other, so close to each other. So you ever notice how white people can have so much money and one of their relatives won't have shit, and it's really nothing. Like, nobody's mad, nobody's gossiping, and they shit. It's just really how it is. Hey, you didn't make it, I did. I'll help you when I want to. Like, white, it's not. Black people, the family, if you the one getting it, they want to kill you if you ain't helping them out. And if you do help them out and then you stop helping them out, they want to kill you then. Like, black people having money is a fucking, it's a burden almost. Because, I grew up with a lot of people around me. So I'm not gonna like, like when you grow up, everybody grows up with people close to you, whether it's the projects, whether you're on your block, whether it's, these are the same motherfuckers you grown up around. Now, these niggas ain't gonna have it like you. So they're all gonna be coming to you at one point or another. And if you help one, you really gotta help them all. I try to help them all. That was my problem. I try to help everybody. Half of my riches I gave away helping out people and family and friends and opportunity. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it because, I did interviews and I told people I'm a hustler's hustler. I think now, me and having all this money, me not having money, me, you know what I'm saying? I think really with me, now that I know it, having the money was one thing. But I think what I enjoy the most or what makes me happy is getting the money, is the hustle. Since I was a kid, I would get my shit, and the first part of my shit is the profit. And I'm going to, before I even sell anything else, I'm going to have a good time with my shit, and then I'm gonna go get that. I might be a little short, I might not be, but my theory was I'm gonna spend all mine because tomorrow I'm coming back out here again. And I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler's hustler. That's all I've ever done in my life. That's all black people are really good at. And from that, you learn so much more. From that, when you take that type of mentality into other areas that have nothing to do with the street but the business world, oh man, if you could really transform that, and that's what happened with me in the source. I transformed that hustle into another hustle, into a legal hustle, and use the same type of effort. The word effort, a lot of guys don't, we don't say it enough. Effort plays a big part of your life. What you put effort into is important because people put effort in the wrong shit. People put a lot of effort into the wrong shit now. If you put effort and you got patience and discipline into something, man, that shit is gonna that shit'll make you rich. Like, there's no way around it. But people put effort into the wrong shit now. Like, this internet shit got people losing their fucking minds, man.
Man,
It's
correct.
true.
We about to get to it, and I want to say that now it was I think Chris Tucker said once he started making 20 million a movie, all his family members quit their job. Like speaking like, oh, we made it. It seems like you was on that same mentality, almost to say, I got y'all.
I had to take everybody else because I had a conscience. My mother gave my conscience, my love. My father taught me how to be a man. And I carried that through my life, man. And that shit, my conscience ended up. One thing about your conscience, though, thank God, God sees your conscience. So I know all that shit that I've done for people just didn't go unnoticed, although a lot of them just, to me, just took advantage of the situation because shit, I'm sure a lot do appreciate it. A lot of guys appreciate what I've done for them, but they're not in no position to do anything for me now, and I don't look for it to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying these are the responsibilities of black people when you have money that other races don't have. Other races, Indian, man, they don't. The people won't expect it, and they won't be so upset. Not upset to her. In the black families, whoever got them, whoever listen, whoever's broke ain't got nothing to worry about. Man, you go to all the parties, the family gatherings, everything, man, you'll be loved. Because you broke, you ain't got shit. It's easy to love you, it's easy to get along with you. Once you got shit, if you're the one nigga that got shit, or two people that got shit, the rest of the family's just gonna be dogging you the fuck out. If and you could try to make everybody happy by keep giving, 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 but it's never enough. And this is the most disappointing thing. Whatever you did for somebody 10 years ago don't mean shit right now. Absolutely nothing.
Man,
And that shit is fucked up, man. That shit is horrible. Um, I just,
not
what I'm
for
saying, I
real.
don't know, man. People are for self, man. And it's just set, the black family just really dysfunctional and broken up, man. And that's one of the things, and as well as mine. That's one
Definitely,
of the
definitely.
things with the whole situation with my nephew and why he came on here because of the sucker shit that 50 posted. And if there's one thing that I don't want to be called is a rat, because I prided myself all them years, and people could say, but when you're in the streets that long and you're done as much as I did, that's important to me. My name's important, and I'll die for my rep. I'll go to jail for my name because I feel like I've already put in enough work. Fans, if I drop dead today, God willing, my name is still going to ring bells for years to come. So I've done my time on this earth, and I've made my mark. No question. I've left 4 beautiful children that are going to make their mark. They're already making it. So I'm just not going to allow falsehoods, because the internet, that's the planet of falsehoods. That's the universe of falsehoods, of lies, um, of narratives. And a lot of people on here would know they're a lie. This is the new thing. People know it's a lie, but they'll still go with that just because they want the other motherfuckers to look at you a certain way. This is what a lot of these dickhead dumb motherfuckers on this internet don't understand. There's 8 billion people on this earth. I don't give a fuck if it's 20,000 comments. That's a very small percentage. Outside still count. So the shit that they say on here, I never gave a fuck. At the beginning, it was bothering me, but now I know better. Now I had to dig deep and really understand that this is all a facade, a mirage, smoke and mirrors. It don't count out here. And the day somebody, it does count with me, somebody pulls up on me for some sucker internet bully shit, or because I don't bother nobody, bro. Like I don't be out here trying to bully nobody. I don't be in nobody's page, nobody's DM. Motherfuckers are going crazy out over this shit, disrespectful. But my thing is, if and look, when I move around, I swear to God, it's come but love. I be getting mobbed. That's the biggest misconception. I don't give a fuck. That's like when I be outside airports, wherever I go, I'm mobbed. Motherfuckers on here will say what they want. Your career's washed up. You're this, you're that. That's why I know it's two worlds, because in that world, in the real world, loved. I'm getting money. It's like it's no disrespect. I got a beautiful woman. Other beautiful women are always like I don't see where this shit that they're saying on here matters out here. It don't. It's really two worlds. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I realized that, and I found out that the internet is the minority. It's still the minority. The biggest misconception is when you're looking at this. This is what the whole world thinks. It's not. Man, but I let people be conditioned and fried because that's gonna be my advantage over them.
definitely. When it comes to the 50 Cent situation, was it true that you wanted to, of course, challenge him to a boxing match?
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you. It kind of went out.
Did you want to challenge 50 to a boxing match?
Yeah, yeah, fucking right. Yeah, yeah, like the celebrity boxing thing's cool. I did it before. I'm actually want to know why not?
Yeah, you're
The
right.
fuck? It's just a fight. It's boxing, and you know what? It'll make a big ass bag. I mean, god damn, can you imagine how much money 3 rounds would make with you know what I'm saying, and that we get for that?
Come on, come on.
Like
The,
that, I mean, you're looking at
Benzino,
some real M's, bro.
do you win that fight?
Yeah, in a heartbeat. What you mean? You motherfucking right. Why not? Who the fuck is gonna say they lose? I'm winning that shit. I'm knocking his ass out.
Yeah,
Right.
but I say,
Fuck
what
it.
would be
You
your
know what I'm saying?
tactic, just to if not to give
With
your
him, with
tactic
him,
away.
with him, with him, you gotta be you gotta keep moving. You can't stand in the middle of the ring and just try to, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta try to tie. He's big. So you gotta try to tire him out, stick and move, the same shit, in and out, and cover up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a big guy, so I know he got some strength. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, 3 rounds. Everybody's talking about content. Everybody talking about trolling the internet. Well, here it is. This is entertainment, right? This is it. Nobody gets killed. Nobody, there's no major violence. It's 3 rounds, man. We can take it out on each other. Win, lose, or draw, man. It's a win for both of us. And we can and it can be over. To me, that's the best way to do it before it get crazy, before somebody really get hurt. Because a lot of people see Benzino out here and just think Benzino is just out here alone because they don't. But man, niggas don't know. Like
Yeah.
my thing is, I've taken care of a lot of real niggas over these years, right? A lot of real hitters and good to niggas. I'm talking in a lot of cities. Something happened to me fatally. Oh man. Oh man, come on, bro. And I don't even like talking like this, but it's this has to be. I have to communicate this. You know what I'm saying? Because people are really getting beside themselves. Again, I'm not claiming to be the toughest. I'm not claiming to be the baddest. I don't. I've never even really boxed, but you know, I've given enough and taken enough work. I've been shot 3 separate times, and I've given enough work to where is that I'm just not. I'm just not scared. You just can't scare me. Nobody can really scare me. So, if
That's
it's
real.
if getting in the ring with this nigga will bring some type of entertainment factor and then we can be over with, because I'll be 60. Who the fuck want to keep going back and forth on the internet with a nigga? Like, first of all, that shit is fucking mad weak. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit to niggas. I don't post niggas. I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When me and Eminem got into it, well, all gloves are off. That's different. But just running to a nigga and trying to discredit him, and he does it to everybody, my nigga. We can go down a long list. We can go a long list of niggas who were actually fuck me, niggas who was actually signed by him and get money with him. I mean, look at all the G Unit niggas. Game dope as fuck. Buck dope as fuck. Lloyd Banks dope as fuck. They all don't fuck with him now. Omari from Power was the main star, dope as fuck. Don't fuck with him. Lil Meech from BNF, dope as fuck. Like, there's a whole fucking line. And this is the nigga that everybody, you know what I'm convinced too? I'm convinced there's a big part of this world, there's a lot of people in this world that, first of all, understand 50's main fan base is Eminem's fan. So he has the luxury of getting a gang of white fans who just don't fuck with nobody else in hip hop. All right. So he gets that luxury, like those crazy motherfucking fans. So he could say, do anything, and they're automatically gonna jump on here because that's what they do. Their thing is that. My thing ain't that. My thing has been out there. I've been out there all my life. Since 12, 13 years old, on blocks, carrying guns, selling drugs, and doing hip hop. So, so like that was that, and that was nothing to brag about. That was just my life. That's just how I grew up. Oh well. And in came 20, 30 years of being in the streets. There was a lot of death, drugs, destruction, a lot of good shit, but I'm saying a lot of violent, a lot of moments. A lot of, what I'm saying? So I don't know how he grew up. The Ja Rule thing. My take on the Ja Rule thing is like Ja's getting it. It don't look like these Ja's trying to chump. It looked like he was upset because Preem took to Irv and Ja. 50 felt like those wasn't street niggas. He's trying to prove himself in the street that he's in the street. And mind you, he's in the street because his grandmother's raising him. His pops ain't around, mom's. So, you know what I'm saying? And he's looking at it like Ja don't deserve to be around Preem because he didn't come up in the streets. And he kept that mentality, like kind of jealous, envious mentality with everybody. Look at the long list of niggas I just gave you. Those was his niggas who he signed. So if he's gonna be like that with niggas that he signs and supposed to work with him, everybody else can get it. And this is the nigga that everybody wants to look up to. And you know, and just, oh my God, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. It's like, come on, man. Like, these are motherfuckers who wasn't raised by their parents either. A lot of these motherfuckers, when you ain't raised by a father, when your father don't give you game, you come out here all fucked up. Unless you had a strong mother. Not everybody, there's some strong mothers who can give game and they sons just, but if you was a jealous, envious ass nigga who just hate on niggas because he probably get more bitches than you, or the bitches looking at him and they ain't look. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just never seen no grown ass man in his 50s hate on motherfuckers the way he do and cause problems. He's never causing problems with a white boy, ever. Ever. It's always niggas. Like, you gotta look at the patterns of this nigga, man. It's like, what the fuck is the matter with him?
I'm glad you're, of the mindset of, no, let's box for the culture versus, we're in DFW, so it's like a little mini Chirac down here where a lot of people don't look to, hey, they pick up guns first, ask questions later, and I think we need
Yeah,
to
we
get back to
killing
that.
each other off, man. You know what's crazy? I be on the internet, right? And it's crazy to see white people in the comments like, what do you where like, okay, so the guy that killed the officer in Cincinnati, I posted him and was like, I'm praying for you. And the white people were like, why are you praying for him? You guys kill each other more than anybody. Like, man, you really can't even
Man,
respond to that. You know what I'm saying? The shit I'll say is, well, imagine what we'll do to you then. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, he's right. In all actuality, what he's saying is really a checkmate. I really can't really say shit.
yeah, until
Really
we fix
shouldn't even
that,
say shit. I just try to say something to save face, but he's right. He's right.
man. When it comes to 50, Jim Jones, Cameron, who who would you want to get in the ring with if one of them gave the okay, let's do it?
I'm saying, man, if we gonna make some M's, I'll fight any one of them niggas in the ring. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if we can get some M's, why not? Sure, they need them too. The fuck?
yeah, yeah.
If we gonna get some M's, I don't see why the fuck not. It's 3 rounds. What the fuck, man? Shit, man. I done fought before. I done took L's. I got W's. We're fighting. We got gloves on. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
now,
Like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
I mean,
now
I
you,
mean, I mean, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I
please.
mean, I mean, my thing is, the celebrity boxing people are into, like, not. We're in gladiator years where people just want to see each other kill each other. Like, you see the baddie shit, how big that is. That's just a show of just bitches fighting every week. Like, it ain't really no substance. It's just who's gonna fight next. So
Right.
we're in gladiator times now. It's getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, like, that's people's entertainment. People G off on that type of entertainment. So fuck it. I don't mind getting out. Like I said, I'm not gonna be able to do this shit forever. But if I can get me a couple of M's to get in the ring with a nigga, why not? The fuck? Shit. Let's go.
Now when you hear things like snitching allegations, and I don't think we've spoken on our
Mm,
platform as far as your nephew,
man.
and the self defense claims and the shooting, just the whole thing. Um,
Man.
when you
That's
hear that, when you hear snitching allegations, and you see, like you said, the internet likes to run with whatever they know is false, but they like to run with it. Could you? I mean, do you feel like you have to clear it up at this years later? Do you have
yeah,
to
yeah,
clear
yeah.
things
So
up?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly give you this story, and then everybody can figure it out themselves. It's common sense at this point. I realize a lot of people ain't in the streets or ain't in the court system, so them people are just gonna say whatever on the internet. But for the people that actually know, then they'll understand this. All right, because I got a whole big thing about the snitching thing. Like, but me personally, so I grew up with my older two sisters. All right, in Roxbury in the projects. Was in Academy Homes projects. I looked up to my older sisters. I was my father and mother's only son, only child. It was me and them. As time went on, they went to colleges. Became one went to Tuskegee for 8 years. The other one went to college for 6 years to be a doctor. Like, or you know, um, I looked up to my sisters. I loved them. And what I'm saying, we was a close knit family as anyone would be, because you grown up in the projects in a small ass area that's closer than close. Um, when I was young, I didn't see dysfunction. When you're young, you don't see dysfunction. You don't see poor, because my mom worked a job. She's a Cape Verdean lady that just, she was real soft spoken and just not with the street shit. My father was a street guy, heavy. I don't even know how that happened, but heavy. My father was heavy street guy. Now, what I didn't know was, and I found out later on, and this is maybe will make sense in the story. And I would never talk about this, but I can't. This rat shit is so, like, I can't. All I got is my reputation. You know, so really, I don't give a fuck what people think, but it's just so easy to clear up. So their father, before I came in the picture, used to beat the shit out of my mother. Was in the army, used to be an alcoholic, used to beat the shit out of my mother. And my father told me the story probably when I was about 11 years old. He started telling me about shit like this. So their father was shot and pushed out a third floor window and killed, right? In comes my father in the picture. Mom gets pregnant and Raymond is here. So like I said, I grew up, there's my older sisters. I looked up to him. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't into the streets either at all. And they wasn't like out there. They was, man, my mother and my father raised them well. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, because they wasn't out there in them streets. I was. So as we go on, Maureen has a baby. It's my nephew. Firstborn, first ever nephew. Do you know how proud I was? I mean, his father was Jamaican, but his father ended up getting into a drug habit. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude, you know what I mean? But his father ended up smoking crack. And so Maureen was really raising Guy, the best she could. But I was a major influence on him. He wanted to be a DJ as he grew up. So I got his turntables, I supported all that shit. As the source started getting money, and even when I was in the streets, I was doing little things. The source started giving money, I'm sending everybody big checks. They already in college and everything. I mean, out of college and working and getting good salaries, but I'm still sending motherfuckers 20, 30, $40,000 checks, right? In the early years, me and Maureen went half on a house. It was before the source making money. A big house. It was about a couple 100,000. I think I gave him 15,000. We went half on it, 20,000 or so. And my mother had to take the third floor apartment, which was a small apartment, but you had to climb stairs. I didn't want her up there, but I said, all right, fuck it. It was like one of them little attic apartments that they did over. It was cute. She liked it. It was small, but I still was like, damn, this big ass house. And she got like this much, but I didn't say nothing. I moved away out of Boston, of course, and she started getting dementia. My mother worked her whole life at the Prudential Insurance Company and then at the post office, at the fucking toll booths. Like, man, that woman worked, man. But that was my best friend. That was my best friend, hands down.
Yeah.
My father loved him as my hero, but he was locked up a lot. Me and my mother was together all the time. And I found out, there was some problems or whatever. I just wanted to get her out that house. I bought her own house. Nice big house that was just walking on the first floor in Milton, Mass. Beautiful house. Got her a Benz because I just didn't like what was going on over there. And I just started seeing tension, right then and there. Like shit started acting funny. Maureen started acting funny. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily wonder if Guy was acting funny, but Guy wasn't a street. He wasn't a street kid. You know what I'm saying? Had no felonies, none. And man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand where this came from. Long story short, my father found out that Guy and Maureen was taking out loans on both houses and credits and everything because my mother was getting bad at this point with her dementia. And that shit is fucked up because you don't do that. You don't sign my mother's signature and get loans and guys popping up with a Bentley and the mother, like, you don't do that shit. Like, you don't do that to your mother, especially when she's sick with dementia. So we find out about it. My father told me. Then he also told me him and God seen each other. They had words. And I was like, oh shit, because I'd never seen God like this. My whole life. I never seen him try to act tough. I never seen it. Was this shit came out of left field. The jealous and envy came out. I don't know what the fuck it was. So now I guess now my mother dies all of a sudden. She dies, and because my mother had to move out the Milton house and go back to Maureen and them over there because she's getting real bad. So she dies in the sleep at Maureen's house. And I found out now again, look at this shit, right? She worked at the Prudential Insurance Company for 30 years. 30 fucking years. She had a big insurance policy. The only one who was on the insurance policy was Maureen. Not that I gave a fuck because I didn't want no money. I was doing good back then, but it just was weird on how the fuck you're the only one on the insurance policy and how she just died like that. She had dementia, but she could breathe. She, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
anyways, my father rushes to the hospital because I'm in Atlanta filming Love and Hip Hop. They wouldn't even let my father in the hospital when she died. So to me, I'm putting all this shit together, and then I look back at what happened to her father, and I'm like, is all this? Are they holding like grudges? Or I didn't know what the fuck this was. What was going on? So they was handling all the wake and everything and all that. So I said, you know what? This shit, like I was angry as fuck. I can't even lie, bro. I was confused, angry. I mean, I was fucked up. My mother died. I'm filming Love and Hip Hop. The shit was just crazy, man. And it's like, I'm still, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to make, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I go down there for the wake. I decide I don't want to be around none of them. I said, look, I tell the wake people, because I found out where the wake was. I said, I want to be there 2 hours early to see my mother with nobody there. So before the wake was, I came 2 hours earlier. I had him shut the casket. I didn't want to see her like that at all. Like from a young age, I stopped going to wakes and all that because I didn't seen too many dead bodies, too many niggas. I got 4 out my arm, and there's 100 more niggas gone in Boston. I just too much. I couldn't keep seeing motherfuckers just laying there, all with that shit in them, looking crazy. I couldn't do it no more. I surely wasn't gonna see my mother like this. So, sat there for an hour with her, spoke with her. Man, that was a moment. I don't like to think about it. So this was, I think, Saturday. I decided that I was going to leave the next day and I wasn't going to the funeral. I said it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much, and I don't want her funeral. I don't want the focus of her be taken away at the funeral. It would be too much chaos and drama, and I wasn't with it. I didn't want that shit around my mother. So I decided to go. I seen her. I decided to go back to Atlanta. The next day, as I'm getting ready to go to the airport, I get a call. It's Stevie. So they wanted to bury my mother in Boston next to their father. And my mother's family was like, fuck no. She hated his guts. That ain't happening. And she ended up getting buried in Plymouth. Plymouth's about 45 million people migrated down to Cape. My mother got buried, all her family that was in Cape Cod in Plymouth. Now, this is Plymouth one. No cases in Plymouth. I said, damn, Stevie said, yeah, I'm here in Plymouth. I thought you was coming. I was gonna, excuse me, I was gonna surprise you. I said, bro, I said, I ain't going. I said, but look, I'm gonna come get you. He said, there's a sub shop here. He gave me the address. I said, I'm on my way. So I'm going down Route 3 from Boston. Now, Route 3 is like one of the widest highways in Boston because that's the highway that takes you directly to the Cape, the only highway. All right? Ain't gonna be too many black people on Route 3. So I remember it's a 2-lane highway. So I remember going down it, and then I'm pulling up. So I'm driving about, because Plymouth 45 minutes, I'm like 20 minutes in. On the right hand side, I see a funeral procession. I start thinking, damn, could that be? Sure enough, as I'm passing the cars from the back, I'm starting to see my family. I see Guy in the front. So I'm getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting hit. And, um, uh, so the main thing I wanted to do was feel if I got hit in my chest, so I can, be able to know how to, what I'm saying? Like if I'm not hitting my chest, I'm getting the fuck up out of there. I'm good. Now my arm, I lost immediate feeling in my arm. My shit just fell because I got shot in the shoulder up here by my neck and like one hit that grazed me. So so I fishtailed the whip with my left. I'm a right hand driver, but I fishtailed it with the left. I'm going back and I kind of crashed on the side because I started getting dizzy. I lost about 3 pints of blood. So I jump out the whip. He's still dumping. He had 3 guns on him, but he had licenses for the guns. He had licenses for the guns, and I didn't even know that. It's hard to get a license in Boston. So he's dumping. Boom, boom, boom. So I go to this is a true story. I go to the hearse and I go to open the door and I just see a finger. I don't even know who the fuck finger this was. That motherfucker finger put up because it had one of them old school locks, pushed down on the lock. Then I ran down to a couple more cars. My Aunt Geneva, God rest her soul. I jumped in the back of her daughter's car. There was 2 of them. And man, I said, you gotta drive over to me and get me to a hospital. They screaming, blood everywhere. So they drove over to Medium. Now, right then and there, Guy calls the police. The first 911 call was by Guy. I just shot a man in self-defense. He pulled out a gun and was trying to kill me. That's what he said.
Mm.
He made the first call because in his mind, he's like, fuck it, I got the licenses. He knows the motherfuckers hate me in Boston. So he knows, he's like, fuck that. I shot him in self-defense. So he called the police first and said that I had a gun. Now, I wasn't strapped. I'd be strapped, but I wasn't that day. Why do you even, I would have thought of even carrying a gun. 1 o'clock and 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, going down the Cape to pick Stevie up. My nigga, he called the police. So as I'm getting off the exit, because the exits are further from each other in the Cape, it's a long exit. I'm damn near getting ready to pass out. The fucking police, the state trooper pulls up on us, 2 of them, pulls me out the car, strips me butt naked. I'm talking drawers and everything. Everything, taking my pants off, because I couldn't even use my arm. Like, they wouldn't have did that to me if I had my other arm. We would have been fighting. I would have grabbed their gun. I wouldn't, like, you're not doing, my nigga, they stripped me butt ass naked in the rain. It's raining, it's drizzling. Talk about where's the gun? Where's the gun? He said, you try to kill him. I said, he shot me. The fuck are you talking about? And one of the cops was a Driscoll. So it comes from a long, long line of Irish cops, the Driscolls and the Mulligans, man. And believe me, they was giving niggas hell. So I already knew what type of guy he was. And he knew who the fuck I was or knew of me. And I said what I said out of impulse because I'm wondering what the fuck is going on here. Like, I don't know if they're trying to railroad me with the cop. I'm like, what the, like, what you mean? Like, there was at least 20, 30 people that seen him shoot me, mind you, not just me. All right. There was, like, it's broad daylight. It's a main highway. There was white people. Everybody done seen the shit. He's running down the middle of the highway still shooting. So, so I get to the hospital, the detectives comes, hey man, he said, hey man, fuck that, he shot me. But the whole time, right? The whole time, I've been through this shit before. I've been shot many times before. I've been through many wars. Ain't been on nobody's paperwork, nothing. I understand the streets. I get it. I take pride into that shit. Look, look, you got to go to the grand jury or you got to say it on the stand. That's the only way that they're going to get time or charge him with it. He can't say that that I'm the one that got the police on him because motherfucker, you called the police first. You told them that you shot me, and not only that, you lied and said I had a gun. So the grand jury comes. I get to the grand jury. It's really all white people. The whole jury's white. And I'm like, remember, this is Plymouth County. All white. They want to hang Guy. You can't shoot on Route 3 and it was attempted murder. Anything below the belt, all right? Assault with dangerous, anything above the belt, attempted murder. He's in Plymouth County. They would have gave him 15, 20 years easily. Easy. First time offender, easy. Ask anybody that knows Plymouth County or Boston. I told them I didn't know. They was trying to grill me for hours and hours. The prosecutor was pissed. But you said, I don't give a fuck what I said. I don't know who shot me. I was half asleep. I mean, half dizzy. I was panicking. I don't know. Mad as fuck. They let me out. Boom. I thought that was it. Called my lawyer again. God rest Lepo. Said, listen, he got to come to court and say that. He said, no, my lawyer, he already said it. He said, if he don't, we're going to hold him contempt. They was going to hold me for 6 months if I didn't go to court for contempt. Like they were trying to fuck me over. They wanted me to tell on God bad. I went to court, him and his fat bitch lawyer with him. You know what I'm saying? I forgot her name. She thinks she's some Roseanne. What the fuck? I forgot her name. She thinks she's some movie star. So, anyways, like, like I sat in the court and was right in front of me. Do you see anybody, sir, that shot you? I said, I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody. And walked the fuck out. It was simple. It was easy. It was fast. Now, the other people that saw him dumping at me, the white people, other people, people in the family, came and testified as witnesses. I don't know. I left after that, but there was a whole host of witnesses that seen him do what he do. And remember, he admitted doing it. He got 18 months for shooting in a public dwelling. If I snitched on him, right? And this is what all these fucking bitch ass niggas on the internet, that nigga, then why did he only do, first of all, why did he get charged with attempt? All I had to do was say it was him who shot me. There was 13 other motherfuckers who seen it. They knew that I was going by the street code. They're like, why the fuck is he not saying that? They wanted the fucking charge. It was going to be easy for them to hang guy. They want the charge. They want attempted. The prosecutor needs that attempted murder on his resume. A win. I saved guy's ass. He's my nephew. I wasn't gonna snitch on anybody, but I'm sure he's not gonna send my nephew away for 20 years. What happened happened. It's over. It was a bitch move. What he did, it's over. My life goes on. Life goes on. I'm good. I'm good. I'll take that L. That's my nephew. But I'm not taking no L from nothing and nobody else. So I don't want people to get it fucked up. But if that's snitching, well, I need somebody to motherfucking, explain why. Number
Did you
one.
forgive your nephew after that?
It's not about forgiving. Fuck no. Why would I forgive somebody that almost killed me? No, there's no forgiving. But I know how to block it out and go on with my life. We don't got to cross paths. It's a big ass world.
Right,
That's why
right.
God made space.
Makes
That's
sense.
that's family business. People got to understand that. What happened between me and my nephew was family business. I never want to tell all this, but what he did was come out with this paperwork and try to put this Benzino snitch campaign. And I don't even see how people went for it because they had to question him. Well, how the fuck did you get out so fast? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, come on, man. Like, make it make sense, bro. And then, all this snitching shit and the people who want to expose snitches and all this other shit, these niggas this is what I mean about effort. They put in effort in doing this shit. My bad. They putting in effort. These niggas, hold on, let me get it right. Okay, boom. These niggas put in effort all day to talk about who's snitching, right? And who's not. After they find out who really snitched, what the fuck are they gonna do to him? Nothing. These niggas ain't doing shit to nobody. See, snitching and the whole aura of snitching came through the mafia. And people knew through the movies or people that was associated or knew about them, knew about if you snitch, you get your shit twisted. That was it. That's when people started hearing about snitching and everything else. Because niggas in the black community been telling on each other forever. You see Malcolm X. I mean, this has been a problem in our community forever. But the mafia was the first one to start talking about, oh, if he snitched, then he has to die. So, all this new listen, this internet shit is the biggest snitch. When you're on here talking about shit the way motherfuckers do, about street shit, about what they do, about court, that's the biggest snitching ever. Ever. You are low. You're not even dry snitching. You are snitching on purpose. You know what you're saying, that there's somebody watching and they're gonna get information from that. And then top that with all the YouTube police and YouTube sleuths and investigators, all the hood investigators, all the niggas who just love to solve the crimes for the police. Like, if you still in the streets and you fucking with 10 niggas in any type of operation, then man, you got to be like, I don't know. Because it's almost impossible right now. The streets really are almost over at this point,
Man.
But I take pride into my name. And a lot of people be like, well, that's stupid and that's fine, but that's how I was raised. You know, I saved God. So I don't want to hear all this rat shit. A lot of these niggas wouldn't even fucking be in the position. You know what I'm saying? In a position I was. He didn't come out there telling them that he called police first. He never mentioned that. Like, come on, man. Make it make sense. If the nigga got attempted murder charge, how you gonna do 13 months in Plymouth County? Niggas can suck my dick, man. Fuck is the matter with these niggas out here?
Nah,
And
thank
that's
you for
why,
the.
like, that's why when 50 posted it, I didn't give a fuck. I know I'm solid. I know finally I'll be able to tell my story. And I know solid niggas is gonna be like, damn, that nigga did save his nephew. Damn, why does nephew fucking rob his mother like that while she was dying? Type of piece of shit is he and his mother.
Mm.
Crazy.
Come on.
Black family dysfunction, that's all. I swear to God, when I was young, I didn't see it. I swear to God, I didn't see it, man. And I just don't understand, man. I loved my family to death, and I proved my love. I did everything I could. I fed everybody. And my God, man, look at this shit. It's embarrassing. It's fucking bullshit. But man, like I said, I survived it. I'm way stronger than I was. I'm way doper than I was. It ain't stopped no motion. So man, you know what I'm saying? You live to tell another day. And when you in the streets, that's all you got is another day. That's it.
No, that's real, and I'm glad you started with that. Where if people who know, if you ask the right questions, you already know, and yeah, it's right there. And thank you for the wisdom on that because again, uh, if they go through all that, it shouldn't even be a question of.
It shouldn't be a question. Like, come on. But they want to throw the two things that they want to discredit black men today for. Him being gay, they've been trying to do that forever. Now he's a snitch. None of them things are gonna stick. None of them's gonna stick. When niggas don't get pussy, it's quick for a nigga to be like he's gay. I've had bad bitches my entire life. And niggas know that. Niggas despise that. Like bad bitches. No settle bitches. I don't settle. These niggas be settling because they have to. A lot of these niggas don't even know how to approach a bitch. A lot of these don't even talk to a woman, charm a woman, be nice to a woman. They don't know how to do none of that. So the niggas that they see that women attract to, they hate these niggas. And the internet is exposing all that. What I found about the internet, Joker, there's more jealous niggas and envious niggas than there are women. It seems like the human race, a lot of black men are turning to women tendencies over jealousy and envy. And the internet is just exposing and making it 10 times worse. Like niggas, what I found out about black men out here, all men, actually, from the internet, that motherfuckers are insecure. They're insecure. They just don't got it to get. They're looking on niggas' pages and they see where women are liking them, and it just bothers the fuck out of them, yo. And that shit to me, like you couldn't have been raised by a real father if that's how you feel. If that shit bothers you and you got to get like, I've never seen more men comment under men's looks or their appearances, grown ass fucking men all over the country and the world commenting about another nigga's appearance. A nigga in the gym, a nigga on a nigga. Like, I'm looking at like what the fuck is going on with the human race? What's going on with mankind right now, bro?
So
Like,
we have had a shift because there was a post that came out that showed everyone that Carly Red has been with, and you were down. You were down at the very bottom, like you were like the one of the first of the internet fame, and then there's so many that came after you. Is it now that we're like men just now like man, I have to
sloppy
follow that.
11ths and shit, sloppy 13ths and shit. I don't know. I don't listen. Look, right. God bless Carly Red. All right. Carly gonna do what she gotta do, what's best for her in this entertainment. And I guess she gonna use what she gonna use. I'm not one to judge. Because that's what's going on right now. People are going through the motions of doing anything just to stay relevant or anything just to stay paid or anything just to stay viral. So, there's not too much dignity left, morals. Uh, class is just that shit's thrown out the fucking window. It's just about the viral moment because the viral moment brings eyes, and then the eyes can bring the bag. I get it. It's just how much you want to sell your soul for. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
push
all.
Push it to the limit. So let's speak on it because right now, the world is watching what is they consider is the trial of the century.
Phew.
And again, from the '90s to the 2000s, we're about to go back in the time frame here where a lot of things are being let out regarding to Sean Puffy Combs. And I just got to get your take on it because today is day 2 of the trial, and Cassie was testifying. First of all, let me ask you: did you believe Cassie was ever going to go up there and talk about their 11-year relationship?
She had to at that point because the whole case was built really off of her civil suit. At that point, and especially her winning, I'm sure they let her know you have to do this at this point, almost like you owe us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I just the things that came out today. Look, you know, you want to wait until the entire process is done, but I see what the prosecutor's doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like whoever Cassie's dad is, like I mean, where the fuck is he at? You know what I'm saying? Because if that was my daughter,
boy.
I'm killing up shit. After hearing this, I'm tearing shit up. Like, you know, she was young, bro. Like, this is what men gotta realize. Because a lot of people, everybody's got their feelings, everybody got their opinions. And I had my opinions before this one too. But this is like, man, the stuff that I heard today. When you're a young girl and you're an older guy, you have the knowledge, especially when you have money. You know you can be very impressionable on anybody and anything. The shit that Cassie talked about today, there's just no excuse for it. I can't. There's no excuse for it. She's a skinny little thing, a young thing, thinking that she's doing the right thing just to get a record deal. And he took it further than anybody. I can't be down with that. I can't. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. You got niggas pissing in her mouth till she choke, and then if she don't do it a certain way, you take another room and beat the shit out of her. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
It's hard to hear
Imagine
from.
if how would Diddy felt if one of his daughters was see that see you always got to do the wear the shoe on the other foot, man. What if that was Diddy's one of Diddy's daughters getting done like that by somebody? How would Diddy feel,
Yeah, his daughter walked out from
bro?
the first testimony.
She shouldn't have been there in the first place. Like, bro, bro. In my opinion, I think he's cooked. I think he's cooked. I
One
I,
thing,
I can't I can't see anybody up there because again, even if she liked it, even if she whatever the fuck it was, that man had the influence for that young little girl, impressionable girl, to do whatever he want. And instead of the influence to do right by her, he did her dirty. Ain't no fucking excuse. I don't give a fuck. If it was my daughter, I'd be tearing shit up.
mm,
My daughter's in the industry. You, bro, like I'm wondering where's Cassie's father at? The uncles, like what the, like bro, like what people would understand is that the human mind is fragile. The human mind is, man, everybody's mind's different. She came in there square. She came into the picture square. Like she didn't have any training. She didn't have eh, no guide, no training for this. She had no she this couldn't have the things that happened to her couldn't have been a while. Of course, if you give her a drug and she likes it, oh, she likes it. Of course, if you say doing, of course, she's only doing it because of love of you. But she'll also do dope shit if you would have told her to do dope shit. So you use your influence to let other motherfuckers do that to her for your pleasure? Nah, I can't. I got a daughter. I got young boys, and I'm killing the motherfucker quick if I ever heard that they did that shit to motherfucker to my kids. I'm tearing shit up,
yeah,
and,
her
and I'm
husband was there as well.
and I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail proud and happy.
Man.
I'm gonna go to jail happy as fuck. I'm gonna marry my girl. I'm gonna get conjugal visits, and that's gonna be my home. Yeah.
Yeah, her husband was there as well, and I know she has two children now, and it's crazy because this is gonna have to live in the world of their lives going forward, and
This is a
yeah,
but yo, you know what though? White folks don't get it like this. Like they are really like our culture's taking an L for this. Like honestly, like they don't. This was meant to embarrass shit anyways. The whole shit is fucked up. But her that alone right there, I don't see him. I think that right. I don't see him. I don't see nobody saying, "Oh man, well she liked it," and I think that's it. I think it don't even matter whoever comes behind at this point. That was enough for me. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. The people that say she liked it, you have small minds and you're not going deep enough. She might have liked it after a while, right? Let's just say she didn't want to do it. Ain't no way you could tell me that somebody wanted another man to pee in her mouth until she choked. You can't. You
man,
can't convince me of that. You can't. You can't convince me of that. No fucking way. Now I see if it's him, but he got other niggas, and this shit happened. How many niggas done peed on this girl in her mouth? Like nigga, what the fuck? Nah. He need that he need that shock therapy, bro. I don't know what the fuck he need, man, but until I heard that, I kind of was trying to be benefit of the doubtish. But man, not after that.
yeah. That's
Diddy Puff's a sick dude. He was a sick dude with that sex. Sick dude. He's a sick dude. Sick dude. If we can get a lesson out of this, let me say this: be careful with porn. Be careful watching porn. I want to put that out there for everybody. Be careful how far you taking porn, because that lust is so strong that you could see what the outcome of it is with some of these outcomes. Be
Benzino,
ca-
you've had crazy amounts of money, right? Did you ever get like involved in any like weird type of
I mean, I mean, I
fetishes?
mean, I remember me and Dave had six Asian women at the top of the I forgot what hotel we was at, the penthouse, going crazy for like 3 days.
Right,
I mean, I listen, how can I say this? I'm a very passionate sexual person. All right. You know, I love sex with women. You know what I'm saying? I love
right,
women. I love my woman. Um, I, you know, when I had that money, I was a guy like I'm a stick and move guy. I'll be in your city. We hook up, man. We'll go out to eat. You come to the penthouse. We're on the room service for a thing. We'll handle our business, and then I'm off. I'm off in the wind.
right.
Might not even talk to you ever again. You might not ever call me. I might not call you, but we had a great moment. Life is moments and memories, and it's like that was me. I never was one to do. First of all, I'm very private, so I don't like the shit with Dave. We had so many rooms, but it's like I'm not into other people watching me fuck, unless it's another woman. We having a threesome or foursome. You know what I'm saying? But as far as niggas around, oh nah, I never. Uh, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. You know. But I've had my wild times with women.
Right,
I
because
never.
I was just curious, like having that much money, is it in a man like because you've done everything? Could it make you take anything overboard or anything
Oh
like
nah,
that?
nah.
Like,
Just because nah. Money don't make me want to fuck a nigga in his ass. Like
right, right,
no,
yeah,
like
of course not.
nah.
But like
Hell
yeah,
no.
of course not. But I'm saying like, have you seen like your friends or something that had the type of money with you?
Not at all. And to be honest, like we was so manly, overly X man, over alpha male, manly. All of me, all my niggas. We just wasn't. It just that never came up in our Boston. That wasn't around us when we grew up. That was never
Right,
around. We didn't have strip clubs like that. The strip clubs was in the combat zone where nasty bitches was at, disgusting looking old bitches.
right. So
Like it wasn't
Diddy just probably just always had this in him, right? That's just what it
what
is.
what Diddy got. See, look, what Diddy got. A lot of people got like perverted minds. Like I'm telling you, porn is a motherfucker. I like porn. You got to be careful with it, bro. You got to be careful. I just never took it that far. With I like what Diddy likes. I don't like what other
It is a
motherfuckers
gateway.
like. Look at. Let me tell you something. There's motherfuckers in the elite walks of life that will never know that are doing way worse than Diddy.
Facts.
Way
Fact.
worse. That shit Epstein and them was doing on that island. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, man. Like if that shit ever went to trial, the type of shit you'd have been hearing on that. All them girls that sued Epstein never went on trial to say the shit that Cassie's saying because they don't want that shit to come out. That's
Yeah,
why this
you.
shit is crazy.
It's kind of crazy that Cassie's even saying it, or that she's having to say it. Because
She
damn.
has to say it, Joker. At this point, she has to say it. Like I don't even whether she wants to say it or not. She got them. She got that big payoff. She has to say it. They feel like she owes. They feel like she has to because they feel like if you don't, then really then you lied for that money. So like once she get the money, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna call you as a witness. By the way, she had to do it. I mean, but to me, it's checkmate. To me, it's over. I just don't see how any jury can sit up there and listen to a girl, this nigga. I can't see it. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I don't even want to say it again. Like, the shit that she said, that ain't right. You got to understand, 13, 14. See, my thing is these niggas like to there's something fucked up in their head where they're mixing sex with power and control to the max. You know, like when you smashing a chick, you whose pussy's this, or you might choke a little bit, or you might, you that comes thinking everybody. Theirs just came out way, way, way more over the top. Where like they wanted, so they know the young girls can be the most impressionable. That turns them on. That shit should have never happened. He did too much. He too extra with it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like he
not
just
not.
did too much.
Now,
He
Zena, I
didn't
gotta
get
get you.
he had a problem. He didn't get control of his problem. Trust me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And drugs only make what drugs does. Drugs take you from the court, take you from prosecution, take you from everything. When you're under the influence of drugs, you ain't worried about nothing. You're on a whole different planet. The fact
Right.
of damn, I might go to jail for life for this never pops in your head. Damn, like, cause see, I could never think that I could do some shit like that to a woman and get away with it.
Yeah,
Like, how
yeah,
could
yeah.
you think that you could do? Like, I'm just like, damn, god damn. But this the
Yeah, yeah.
entertainment industry, man, and it was showing you this the entertainment industry, and what it's showing you that people do anything to get on, bro. And it's even worse now. Like again, I go to baddies, like, look at that. Like, look what's going on in baddies. Like they fucking each other up for them coins, man, just for some fame, man. Is it worth it? I
Not
mean,
that.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, look at the society we're in. Like, look at what's going. Look at what black entertainment is right now.
Now,
Like,
outside of entertainment, she did say one story that I got to get your take on because if the source was to have the story, I'm sure the source is running with this in regards to her saying that there was a freak off happening in L.A. and then Diddy left with one of the guys, got masked up, all black, grabbed the guns and went to go look for Suge Knight. And of course, they came back later and didn't speak on what happened, but she said she was worried about him and she was scared of what could happen to him, and she really had fear in her heart. Just hearing that story alone, where Diddy left a freak off to get masked up to go look for Suge Knight in L.A. Where does that take you, knowing the history of Diddy and Suge Knight, Bad Boy, and Death Row? What does that
I
take
mean,
you?
niggas about it. That sound like niggas was high and just trying to just say shit. I don't. I mean, it's one thing if that's what you're doing, but you leaving straight from a freak off baby old up and get masked up just to go. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit.
That's a
I don't
wild
believe.
move. It's a
Yeah,
wild
I don't
move.
believe that. I think somebody got so high and they just trying to kind of impress everybody around them. Rah, 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 rah. I'm gonna go kill this nigga, rah, rah. Left and just he probably went to go fuck another bitch. I mean, come on. I don't see that. How you gonna be baby old up grabbing the guns and shit? Tell you, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This shit is all crazy to me.
So let me ask you, where do you
What you
think?
gonna be? What you go? That's when you really sliding on somebody. I guess.
No, no.
That's when you. I guess you was sliding on them.
Literally, slip and slide, slip and slide.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Where do you think Shannon Sharp went wrong in his endeavor? Because he's a celebrity dealing with possibly an OnlyFans model, and he is now like it's costing him not possibly his career, a lot of millions.
You gotta
Just
realize. You gotta realize. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Okay. You gotta realize a lot of these athletes, especially athletes, they're not. A lot of these athletes just ain't when it. These niggas is dope as fuck in the weight room and catching balls and everything, but there's certain things about life that these niggas just they wasn't ready for. They didn't get the guidance on. Um, Shannon just comes across as a nigga that went to college and he could fuck white girls all the time. Cause that's, athletes, college. He looked like he loved snow bunnies anyways, because football players, the reason why they put football players in all these white schools is because they want these white women to get black men as wives so that they can get rich. So it's like getting a black chick out the hood, the same thing. That's why a lot of football players end up marrying white women. So, Shannon just again, fame, money, power got to him. You know what I'm saying? And this internet, he felt, you know what I'm saying? Once the internet bug gets to you, that's it. And the internet bug got to him. And I think he was feeling himself too much. Ego's a motherfucker. Feeling yourself too much, man, it can fuck you up. And it just look like, man, because the chick was a lot of people don't know that chick was a porn star.
yeah,
I mean, she's a dirty motherfucker too. Like I tried to see who she was. I was like, oh hell no. I mean, she bukkake, gangbang, she everything. And this nigga's like, first of all, he's having sex with her in the ass raw. Like, I don't see how these niggas be gambling with their life either. I guess they figure that they can get the meds and live forever. Maybe they're looking at magic. I don't know what the fuck it is, but how is you this chick look like she done made 100 movies with niggas going up raw in her ass, her mouth, everything, and you actually having raw sex with this woman. I let's talk about that first. And then him having raw sex with other women.
yeah. I mean, first that's the first problem.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's why motherfuckers is dropping like flies. A lot of people dropping and say it was cancer. That ain't cancer. A lot of niggas just catching that package and you just ain't knowing about it. Like, it's fucked up. I seen this like thing on CNN where they said like 30% of all straight marriages of men are fucking bisexual.
Yeah,
I gotta look at that shit even more closely. I said, God damn,
damn.
man.
What the
This
fuck?
shit crazy, man. It's like it's a fucking epidemic at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how you could do that. I don't see how you could just be having sex like that with chicks that are known porn stars and just like I don't understand. But I know again porn. I know maybe that's that. I know you probably looking at porn and that's what you want. You just gotta be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful when you're. It's much better to look at porn and jerk your shit off. It's safer. It costs less. You won't have. You know what I'm saying? Just look at it and jack off. It's a. You know what I'm saying? It's a boy. Oh, yes.
God damn. Much safer. God damn it. It's
Yeah,
live to see another day.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now, we're not, now, speaking of the NFL players, I'm worried about your Celtics, man.
Man,
Uh,
bro. Listen. First of all, I want to say this. I'm from Boston. Now, my family's from New York, but I was born in Boston. I used to get shipped to the Bronx and Coney Island projects every summer. I love New York. I love the people from New York. But I don't fuck with the Yankees, and I don't fuck with the Knicks, and I don't fuck with the Rangers, the Giants, the Jets. I'm a Boston Celtic. Boston and New York is the strongest sports rivalry in the world. The Yankees have way more championships than the Red Sox. The Celtics have way more championships than the Knicks. The Bruins and the Rangers probably around the same. Uh, I mean, we've been going at it forever. So Tatum went down. Fucked up his goddamn Achilles heel. He's out. I still think we got to. I think Game 5 will be played. I mean, 5 in Boston. I think we'll win that. It's just going to be Game 6 in New York. If we take Game 6 in New York, then I think our chances are good. I believe we can win without Tatum wholeheartedly. I'm not worried about that. I know we're going to win in Boston. I just again we gotta get back in. We gotta go back to New York and really 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 buckle down. But low key, I'm kind of happy for New York because New York ain't won shit in 54 years. Like the Knicks ain't won in 54 years since Clyde Frazier, since 71. So I think Phil Jackson was on that team. He was a player, you
Come
know.
on, man.
Yeah. So it's been
Yes.
that far. You know what I mean? So New York really want to win, man. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
See
We
what
have to get your,
happens.
we got to get your take on this Tory Lane situation.
Man.
To hear that, of course, you got to do your bid. You got 10 years. You just want to get through it as quick as possible. Hopefully, get some appeals and get out early. But to hear that he's getting life flighted out in critical condition from getting stabbed, what goes through your mind when you hear things like that? As far as the politics, a bad rep in there.
Just like Tory's a little outspoken. You could tell he's a little aggressive and outspoken, right? He's from Canada, and just from the moves. You know what I'm saying? Very talented. Um, Sometimes, man, you gotta just move a little better. If you move smarter, you out here you live longer. You gotta move smarter. Life is a thinking man's game. I keep saying it. It's not about how many niggas you could kill or how many. It's how you can maneuver around the niggas that you're around. You have to be. You have to make sure to know that when you move, it's not just about you in there. It's about everybody that you come in contact with. So you have to be. You have to be. You have to know that. You got to know you can't be loud. You can't be, what I'm saying? You just got to just do your time, man, and just try to be humble as possible. Never be a sucker, but just keep yourself out of as much shit and other people's shit as possible. People got jail misconstrued, man. You can go through jail and never have any problems. It's just the way you move and the way you carry yourself. It's unfortunate, man. It's fucked up. I mean, he's been through a lot. And usually when you go through all that shit that you're going through, it's something within you that you got to figure out. Everybody can't be to blame when you getting yourself in those type of situations. Man, I'm
That's
praying
right.
for Tory. But he didn't die. I just hope. I'm sure now he'll probably be in protective custody for the rest of his bid.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
no, definitely.
yeah, I'm sure he'll probably be in protective custody. And you know what? He needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, you still young. You can get out here. You can still fucking make some money. Just, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, bro, you just want to get out alive. And if your character or your spirit, your aura is going to get you in situations, then yeah, man, it's never too late to transition, to get more mature, to be more smart, to be more humble. You know, it's a blessing when you can transition yourself from being that nigga who never, who just wants to be rah rah to a nigga who just wants to, what? Let me move a little better, man. Let me just figure out how I can get through this, man, and go home without any problems. You know, I don't know, man. It's sad situation.
No, definitely. Uh, with that being said, man, one thing that you always bring, and again, you could tell from the previous interviews that people are catching on to the wisdom that you be putting down. So, I really hope people are taking these stories you're telling and taking life lessons out of them because you're putting something down that really got to get picked up. So, we're about, we're only on day two of a 2 month expected trial, 8 weeks they expect to go, and we would love to tap back
Shit.
in with you.
Yeah,
At,
man. Like, yeah, please, please, because this shit gonna be clear. And you know what? A lot of shit's gonna be coming out about a lot of people. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody just has to keep an open mind. But from this first day, I can't fuck with Diddy from that shit that he did to Cassie. I can't. I can't. Anything that even else comes, I don't even care. Like you
yeah,
can't like yeah, like at 17, 18 years old, you took my daughter, you took my niece, or you took I can't. I can't, man. We like again. He wouldn't want nobody to do that to his daughter. Come on, I'm saying do unto those that is undo. You know what I'm trying to say.
So let me just ask you, because I know you've been through a few Hollywood parties, and you didn't partied up. When it
Yeah.
comes to those 4 a.m. situations where some people leave and some people stay, do you imagine, just we all pissing in mouths? Is that's what do you imagine like what's about to happen to you, or do you have like an idea like
Listen, I mean,
there's
come
about to
on,
be
man.
some
We
fucked
all
up shit
kinky,
about to
man.
happen?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what I mean. I might have golden showered for you. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't never choked on it. You know what I'm saying? That's a that's a different golden shower. Like that's a Niagara Falls and shit. Like I'm drowning. Like God damn, how much pee is coming on you?
God damn,
You know
God
what I'm
damn.
saying? See, but I never stayed too long. Like I always want to get mines and go to my hotel.
We appreciate you, man, sitting down with us, man. So we can't wait to see the rest of this trial unfold, and we'll be tapping back in with you. Is there anything else that you want to let the people know before we get out here?
Yeah, yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all always doing your thing. Shout out to the Blue Couch. Shout out to everybody involved. And yeah, man, shit. You let me know I'm there. I'm with it.
Uh, you already know, Benzino, you're a real life street star, bro.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life, that shit ain't happening.
It ain't real life. It's just a real life street star.